Hi there, this is Kathy Crow at the Crow's Cottage. Every week I come in here and Facebook has done new things and like seriously. So you wouldn't believe all the new, oh brother, I'm so sorry I'm late, but that's why is they wouldn't let me on my page. Actually my husband's page. They wouldn't let me access it. And now they won't let me see what's going on this one, which I'm trying, here it is. Oh boy. There, I'm on and I can see me and I can see your comments. So actually, even though this is very annoying that they keep changing things all the time so that I cannot get started on time, I have a hard time getting started, as you know, anyway, on time. And then when they change things up, it's like, I can't cope. I'm sorry, but I cannot cope. Now I'm trying to get this set up so that I can see comments and no, it has to be, I have to have it plugged in today and okay, there, I think I got it. All right, today it is going to be fun. Tomorrow, I've told you, probably at some point, I think I just put out an email today. I didn't know when I was allowed to share that there's free shipping tomorrow, but there's free shipping. I don't know if there's a limitation on what the free shipping is. Do you know? Hi, Trudy. Thanks for watching. Trudy, do you know how much you have to order, or is everything free shipping? Like, is there a minimum $50 or $75 order? A lot of times when companies offer free shipping, they do have a limitation just because otherwise they probably lose way too much money because shipping is really expensive. I know you know that. Today, I am going to show you Lighthouse Point. Now, I didn't get this set until they had their stamp sale. And so this is a new one for me, and I really like the dies. I haven't even stamped the lighthouse itself yet. I've just been playing with the dies. Today's card is called a buckle card. Now, I'm not doing it on the, or am I? Am I doing it? No, I'm not doing it on the side. Usually, at least the ones I've seen, the buckle cards open to the side, but I'm going to have mine going vertical, so that'll be fun. To get it to stay shut, I'm going to use my Fabulous Frames dies. Now, these are dies that are in the catalog, and again, tomorrow, free shipping, woohoo, right? That'll be good. What else is new? There's did you do World Card Making Day? I didn't do it. Jeff and I don't know what we did, but the weather is beautiful here. We've been just enjoying all kinds of really fun outdoor stuff. I've been outside every day doing tons and tons of work. And if you go to my Tri-City Crow Garden page, you'll see, oops, my camera doesn't like me to move fast. I have to do it really slow or it doesn't work. And slow doesn't really work on internet stuff. So, anyway, I'm going to try to get all the information here. Here's, oh, you can't even see it. Let me try to go. Oh, I can't do that because I need you to see all of this stuff. So that doesn't really work either. I'm having a hard time getting everything going right so that you can see everything I want you to see. Okay, so there's my I'll just kind of pull it down here for a minute and then I'll shove it out of the way because as I get going, I'm not going to be, that's loose and I'm not going to manage that well. If I tuck it, maybe it'll work better. What do you think? Anyway, I want you to see this code in case you place any orders. And do remember that starting October 4, if you are looking for a team to join, we would love to have you join us. And there's going to be a special deal starting October 4. All right, so let's get going. This card actually is going to go pretty fast. Jeff is not substitute teaching today. He decided he was going to go work out while I'm doing this Facebook Live instead of hanging around. And so we'll see if he actually stays gone long enough. That's the problem. He doesn't like to necessarily be here when I'm doing this, but on the other hand, he doesn't do any hobbies or anything, so it's like, well, what do? I don't know. For me, it's like I can fill a day in no problem. I fill a day just doing all kinds of stuff. All right, Lighthouse Point, you are so cute. I really like the sentiments, and that's probably one of the reasons I wanted this set in the first place, because I already have, I know I have one, I think I have two. Yeah, I have two Lighthouse sets that I really like. But this one says, your light shines brighter than you know. I love that. That one's so nice. And sending you love and light is good too. Without you, I would be lost. That would be a really nice one to send to Jeff. He would really like that. Today's card is going to be a little bit oversized. And so I'm not going to show you what I've kind of created on the side, but we're going to start with this. We're going to start with a blue though. So I'm going to have to get up and get my supplies as we go because I'm not quite as prepared as I normally would be today because I've just been working so much on the outside of our house. Now that the inside's pretty much the way I want it, now I get to work on the outside, which is actually the part I like better anyway. All right, 4 3/4 of an inch wide. You're going to just start with your 11-inch cardstock, and we're going to leave it at 11 inches, but we're going to cut it at 4 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to leave this here on the side, and then if you want to see my dimensions, you can see those as you go. This is going to be problematic up there. I do have some jokes ready to go still from last week, in fact, the ones that I didn't use. So 4, that's not going to work because I always have this upside down. For me, I am right-handed, so I like to use this upside down because I want to, I don't know why. It works better for me upside down, but it doesn't work very well for viewers. Okay, so 4 3/4 of an inch. I'm just going to cut that there, and then we're going to score this at 5 inches, which is a little different than where you would normally score it. Okay, so 5 inches. Make sure it's all squared up. I find I've been in a rush a lot more apparently, and I'm finding that when I'm in a rush, I sometimes don't get my my paper squared up at the top, and then when I'm folding my card, thinking, why is it not squared up? Okay, so that's all you have for this, and now we are going to just set this aside. We're done with that, but this piece is already kind of cut for us to some degree. So this piece we're going to use also. This is your other part that you just cut off. This one's going to be 10 1/2 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to cut off the 10 1/2 part first. Okay, so 10 1/2, you want to do that. Instead of our 11 inches, we got 10 1/2. You can throw that a piece away. You're not going to be using it. And I'm going to fold in that arm before I break it off somehow, because that's always possible. Trudy, did you answer my question? She didn't, so she might not know. 5 1/4 is where you're going to score this at. I hope everybody's well and enjoying these beautiful days of autumn. So nice out there. Now that does cut, that's right in half, so it doesn't really matter which way you're going to go on this. I'm actually not going to burnish that yet, because what we're going to do, we are going to place this in here like this. This is going to go like this. And to make this part really cool under our lighthouse, I am going to use our, let me put this away for a moment. Oops, there went my score blade. Forgot I had it in there. I'm going to use this, oops, let me get my plates out. This is Into the Clouds. This is a really nice embossing folder for these lighthouse sets. So since the card is going to go, this is going to go in here like this. The lighthouse is going to go here, and this is going to fold down, and this is going to fold up. I want this part to be embossed, but I want to make sure that my clouds are going in the right direction. So I'm going to just put it right there and fold it up. So this is going to go in the embossing machine just like this. Okay. And this morning when I was working on this, I was having a really hard time making my sandwich right. I'm not really sure why. I thought I had it all perfected for what, but I didn't, obviously, because, so we'll see if I can remember how I ended up doing it. actually I decided I'm gonna just wing it again and see, because what I ended up with I didn't like. All right, so I'm gonna put my regular magnetic plate down. I'm gonna put this down. Normally, I would be able to just put this on and it would emboss, and it is. I don't know why I couldn't get it. This morning that didn't feel right. It's a little stiff. I'm having to kind of force it more. I don't usually like to do that because eventually you'll ruin the tension in your machine if you do that. So that is a little stiffer. But when normally you would use for our embossing folders, the thinner cutting plate, that's the big fat base, but it was too thin. And then I think I ended up using it with this, like this, and then I used this. And so anyway, it wasn't working right. And I just figured, I'm gonna just figure it out as we go today. I'm not gonna worry about it until it's time to. So that actually worked really well. All right, so the bottom of my clouds are here. The tops of my clouds are here. That's how you want this. And then we're gonna just glue this right on the inside of the card. You wanna make sure it's where you want it. Now, with the reason I'm using these frames, and I've already cut it out so that you can kind of see what I love. This is a really neat die set. Let me show it to you really quick before we finish this card out. All right, so you get all of these little corners, and I've cut out some of the corners already. I went with gold, and then I thought, you know, today it's so close to autumn. Let's get out. I've got some fancy orange foil that I found somewhere. That's not a Stampin' Up! Item. But you could use any, normally I would just use gold or copper, and copper would work, but I had this, so I figured, we'll use it. So it has this little filigree die that does these photo corners, and it has a plain one that just does plain corners. But I'm going to use the little filigree because with this lighthouse today, I want to use our Hello Harvest, and I just think the filigree is going to go better with that pumpkin because I'm going to use that with that. So these corners are what are going to hold the buckle card down when when you want it held like this. Okay? All right, so that's why I'm using it. And I figured, well, while I've got the frames out and I'm using these frames, then I might as well actually use these outer frames too. And that way I could cut it out of white, and it would already give me the inner piece all cut out that I'm going to want to have to write on. Now, it cuts out when you cut out the frames, it actually cuts out the frame and it cuts out the center. Okay, so this frame has two frames. This frame, but I won't be using that because it's small. I just thought I'd show them to you. And then this is the centerpiece I'm going to use. This is actually the frame. It comes, that cuts it out. And I could use that, but because it's white and I don't really want to take the time to color it, I'm not going to. I'm going to just use the center, and I'll keep the frames. I'll use it again later, but this is what I'm going to just use on the inside, and we'll decorate that later. All right, so now all I need to do, I just did that. I just showed you that because I forgot there's this cool oval frame. This one's really neat. I've used this one a bunch. I use a lot of circles and ovals for labels and whatnot because it's very forgiving when you get things kind of wonky on your paper. If anything's squared up, you gotta kind of be perfect with it, and perfect isn't what I do well. The frames do have this matching little filigree for that one. That's nice. This is a stitched one. I'm really partial to this stitching. Other dies that other companies sell do them as well. I and our stitching to all of the other ones. I'm just being honest. Usually the dies are better for Stampin' Up. So this is the Into the Clouds embossing folder. Embossing folders do have somewhat of a limited life, you know. Why is my video freezing up? Come on, don't do that to me. Oh, good, there I am. All right, shoot. I thought for a minute I lost my commenting ability there, but I got it back. All right, so that's the Into the Clouds embossing folder. Let me put that away where it goes, or I'll definitely lose it. And oh boy, now we get to cut out the lighthouse. I had the lighthouse all cut out, ready to go, but it was this copper one, and then I decided to do the. So I'll do it again. I do have this die is going to overlay it, and I'm going to do that one in white, and I already have that one cut out, so we'll hang on to that. This is the big one that we're going to use to cut out from our, will it fit? Ooh, I kind of cut my, good, it does. I don't have a whole lot of this orange left because it was for some special project, I'm sure, and so I don't have a ton of it laying around. So let's see. We want to go this direction because it's going to cut better if you're going in where you have trouble cutting your dies sometimes as far as just getting it started. Once they get started, it kind of rolls smooth. Some are a little easier to roll through than others just because of how you have it placed on your machine. If I put this like this, okay, it would cut it out, but to roll over a solid long line is just harder to get going under your machine. So if you find out sometimes, why is it harder to roll this die? Well, it's probably just because of where you have your die placed. Try to have a pointy part at the top, aiming towards where you're rolling it, and it's going to go through much smoother. See, little effort. I'm barely having to do anything. It just went really smooth. But if I had started it rolling here where it's more squared off, it would have been just a little tougher. This isn't that huge of a die, but if it was a bigger bottomed die, it would be a little tougher. So you would want to, I think my streaming is messed up when I've got two things going, which I have to have two things going or I cannot see your comments. So that's kind of interesting. Hopefully everything's going all right with my internet and I'm not having any major issues. So let's go ahead and fasten this in here right now. Okay, here's a joke for the day. What days are the strongest? So here's my clouds. The tops of the clouds are here. I see they have one that looks sort of upside down. I don't know why that is, but it's not a big deal. And it's probably not, so I want to put my glue here. It's probably not upside down. It's probably just me. Jeff and I just got back from California. Oh man, we had a wonderful time. I'm sure I told you all about it last week, but I'm still really enjoying that. Our sons in Idaho bought a house, and they're going to share that as living quarters. One bought it, but they're both sharing that right now, and that's exciting. It's always fun to get a new place, isn't it? So that's really cool. I have some things that I bought that I was going to send anyway, and it's like, oh, cool, it's going to work out great for a housewarming gift for them, because that'll be really nice. Always nice to get something new when you move into a new place. All right, so this is your buckle card. Just so that it doesn't interfere with my decorations on top, let's get these on here. I need to put dimensionals to raise it, right? But they're going to have to be super skinny because I want it to catch. It doesn't have to be far to catch this. So it looks like I'm going to be able to position these really right where I would want them on this corner, and then it's still going to catch the corners. Just has to catch the corners. So let's grab out some mini dimensionals. I think they'll work. I wasn't sure if I was going to have to use my strips, my foam strips, but I think my little mini dimensionals are going to work. I should get out the black ones. Let's See if I can find my black ones. They'll look a little better if they show. And I never remember to use them. So it would be good if I remembered to use these black ones. And this is going to be more appropriate for a Halloween type. This is really not a Halloween card, is it? No, it's not. But I'm using kind of fall themed colors. Let's go right. I don't want to interfere with my card that's going to be tucked underneath. So I'm not going to put one on the very edge of the corner just to be on the safe side, at least on this side. I'm putting 3 on though, because I do want it to stay down really good. Okay, which days of the week are strongest? Saturday and Sunday. The rest are weekdays. Haha. Get it? Weekdays. I thought it was kind of clever myself. Okay, there we go. So see, that's just going to tuck right in there very nicely, keeping it closed. Not too much. I could have brought it down just a little bit more, but I didn't. So we'll live with it. Now, where's the other? There it is. Okay, I had room for those corners. I didn't have to even worry about it because the paper's not coming anywhere near the corner. So on this one, I'll go ahead and put it down as far down there as possible. Since I've been playing with what is working out outside. Oops, I just messed up my video again. I don't want to do that. There, I got it. Maybe one day I'll learn how to do Facebook Lives properly. And now I see my video is acting up too. I hope you're not having a hard time seeing it because I'm seeing glitches on it all over the place. When I first went on this morning to try to get things going for my teammates, I noticed that Facebook had done updated stuff, and as I was clicking on it, I was just thinking, oh no, they are making me sign in as a different profile, which is fine once you get things worked out, but I couldn't access my page at all. And I knew that was going to happen with this one. And then I kind of forgot I was going to do it with this one. And then I couldn't get in, and oh boy. So today would have been a good one to do something with a calming sentiment, right? Nothing there is speaking to me as in calming, but that's okay. I do really like this for Lighthouse, like right. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and stick it right on here. I don't think I need anything under it because I'm going to put, oh wait, maybe I don't want to do that because I am going to actually put some clouds on here. So let's just hold off on that. Let's go ahead though, since I'm thinking about it. And so this I cut out already. It has all these wonderful little pieces that I don't think they come out. No, they don't. Now this top one did, but those don't. They're not supposed to. They're just lines. They're pretty cool. I like this die. I like it a lot. The only thing that I would have preferred, which you can do, is I really would have liked them to have provided a base die all on its own. But you can easily, oops, not this die, but on the other one, you can easily cut out just the base, from anything. And I probably am going to have to do that with this card because I need that. They provided the top separate. So that's nice. I really like that. And I don't think I've lost any dies out of here. Sometimes it's just a matter of, well, they did have it, Kathy. You lost it, remember? But I didn't. And actually, one of the things that I do that you might want to think about is I put the number of dies right here. I put what the die set is if I put it inside. If I put it in an envelope, like this one, I don't even know if I bought the stamps that went with this set. I knew I would use these without that stamp set anyway, even if I did. So I put them in its own little envelope, and I forgot to write. Usually I write the name of the stamp set that it goes with. Now, if I didn't buy the stamp set, that might be why I didn't write it. But when I put the dies inside here, I always write the name of the stamp set. And then if they add stamp sets that also can be used as coordinations with these labels or something, then I continue and add. And some of them I ended up adding, you know, a couple at least of the stamp sets that go with those dies, just so that I always can have a cross-reference, because in the beginning when I was doing this, I never did that, and I would not, I'd look at a die or a set or a stamp set, and I think, oh, that's really cool. I know there's one that goes with, but what is it? And it has a sentiment I want to use, and oh no, I can't remember what, and I would take literally, you know, an hour trying to find that. So I thought, well, what a dope, just write it on there. So I write that, and then I write the number of dies now on everything. So I didn't write it on this. Normally I would have that written, how many there are in here, because I'm notorious for losing things. So if I hear something hit the floor and I suspect it's a die, and I can't find it, well, at least I have reference right here. How many should there be? And then I'll at least know whether I have lost one. I have a random die, if anyone knows what it's from. I found it on the floor when I was vacuuming, and I have no clue what it is or where it came from. It kind of looks like a crow claw. It looks like a bird claw this way, which it could be. It looks like a cat this way, a kind of a weird looking cat. It could be a leaf. I have no idea, because the stamp set had long been shelved by the time I found it. So I have no idea what it is. All right, so that's going to go like that. I'm not going to put it on because I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. Now I'm going to put a pumpkin on that, I know. But I'm going to put this label like right on the top of it here. Okay, and then there's, because again, this comes with these two labels, and this is the one that the sentiment's actually going to be on. But it also lets me cut out, like I already mentioned, the top. So because I want to have some gray in here, I don't want it to just be all orangey. So I'm going to do a gray top, and then I guess I'm going to need to do a gray bottom. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Now you could do, if you want really neat layered things, you can cut 5 of them, 4 at least. Glue each one together. It's like a chipboard, you know, it's nice and thick, but just using cardstock. It's a little labor intensive, but especially when you've got really skinny little things like this, you cannot, it's really hard to do dimensional tape on that, or foam tape or anything. So why is this? Oh, there it goes right there. So it's one way to get some really good layered dimensional business going. Is that the word, business? My husband always gives me, he's funny. He comes up with all kinds of very funny things to keep me entertained in the evening when we're watching TV. And, Smoky Slate, where are you? I'm kind of looking for Smoky Slate, because I know that's the cardstock color I'm using there, but I'm having a hard time finding you. There you are. Grab that whole deal out, because I need to cut out the base. Smoky Slate. If you ever watched Leave It to Beaver, they used the saying, give him the business, you know. It was funny. Very funny. And so anyhow, it's kind of a funny thing that we say around our house now when you're going to give somebody a bad time. That probably nobody knows. That we were at the coffee shop. They would not know what we were talking about. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the whole lighthouse, even though I don't really need to. I'm just doing the base. Actually, yeah, I will. I'll just do the whole thing, but it's barely going to fit. But I'll do it anyway. I'm just going to use the base. You never know, I might use that top part. Who knows? Now, did you notice how smooth that went through? Well, the reason is because as I angled it here, this going in first. If I'd had it straight a little bit. So given in the business, when we were in the, we thought the customer ahead of us, who was not somebody we recognized, had left. You know, he'd walked away. He was far away. The girl that was taking our coffee, I didn't know her at all. And anyway, she said, she wasn't really paying attention to us, and they were busy. So it wasn't like, you know, she would be wanting to get our order and get us going. So I could do the whole bottom. We'll start with the whole bottom. I'm not sure if I want that much of it showing. Let's see here. Like that. What do you think? All of it or just some? I think we're going to go with all of it. I kind of like that. And so so I started giving her my order, and then halfway through, as I was saying it, I realized she's not even looking at us, and she said, "I'm sorry." Oh, I'm sorry. She said, "I'm just checking out that dude." And because she was only about 20 years old, I, being an 80s girl, thought she meant that she was eyeballing some cute guy that had just walked in. I felt like a dope because then not long after she said that, this old guy came up with a bag of coffee in his hand, and she just wasn't done checking him out, as in he had left the counter to go pick up his coffee bag that he wanted, and she was going to complete his checkout, so she couldn't do anything. Anyway, I felt like an idiot, and she had no clue. I told her, well, the reason, because it has a totally different meaning for me, and so I completely misunderstood your reference about checking out a dude, because I thought, and she laughed and looked at me like, never heard that before. And Jeff was with me, so he said, you got to remember, we're old. We're old. It's like, well, we're not that old, are we? I guess we are. I didn't know checking somebody out was an old-fashioned phrase that nobody uses anymore, but apparently it is. So she was actually checking him out. She wasn't checking him out as in out. Mistakes people make. I felt really dumb. Which, not for the first time. All right, so here is the next joke. I just found out I'm colorblind. How do you think I found out that I was colorblind? I just found out I'm colorblind. It's a joke. I'm really not. At least I don't think I am. Now, some people watching what I do might think I am sometimes. Okay, here we go. Cute. I'm going to like this one. Some of the things I do, I don't really like. I get done with them and I think, I don't really like that at all. But this one, I think I got it on crooked a little bit. Man. Now, see, you can still use this, right? I'm not throwing that away. All right. Oh, I forgot, though. I wanted to cut out these clouds. So, because I might put one under there. I can still do it. It's just going to be a little more challenging to do it. No, not that, not that. Where'd all my dies go? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is why I have to count them and put them in. This is a cloud. It's quite cute. I've already cut out a couple. I've been dragging my machine over several times, so I kind of hate to do it again. So I'll just use the couple I've got. Well, oh good, it'll fit in. And have one over here. I kind of want it off this a little bit. What do you think? Should I have it off a bit? I don't know. Let's look at my label, and then I'll know if I want that or not. Here somewhere, because I have you all cut out and ready, and I just showed everyone the labels. And now you've disappeared on me. And I don't want to have to search out my smoky slate again. I'm sure it's here. Oh, brother. Did it go on the floor? I don't see it on the floor. How ridiculous. I always lose so many things. And you're not inside. Okay, well, while I'm thinking about that, we'll put these clouds up here before I lose those as well. And let's put the white piece before I lose that. We're going to put that on the inside. Let's just see. What does this lighthouse look like? I think I might like to find out in here. So let's stamp it on here. And I've never stamped it. You're going to get to see, see a first time go on this one. Because I have used the sentiments, I think. Maybe, but they look pretty new. I don't even think I've used the sentiments yet. All right, so with the solid one, I think gray. I re-inked a bunch of things. I hope this is not one I re-inked. Let's try it and see if it is. Nope. So that's actually good news. Because the ones that I re-ink, a lot of times there's just way too much ink on them. And I do that. Okay, we'll put you right at the bottom there. Ooh, it rocked a little bit. It sort of looks crooked, doesn't it? It's like, the Leaning Tower. It could be a Leaning Tower of Pisa, sort of. And then there should be stripes. There they are, little stripes. This is why I like this. You can do any color stripe you want. And you don't have to cut anything out if you don't want to. So, of course, we'll have to go with Starry Sky because that's our blue. So let's find Starry Sky. And we'll put that on here. I could do orange, I suppose. But I'm going to do Starry Sky. Let's stamp it off. It's pretty strong. So I think we'll do a stamped off version of Starry Sky here. Let's try to get... I want to try to get the rim right up under the rim or on the rim. Right there. Perfect. All right. I just found out I'm colorblind. The news came out of the purple. That one's really lame. I didn't like that one. And you have to know, if you're a second language person, I did a lot of ESL in school, and they just did not get jokes like that at all. Now, this one doesn't have any little birds. So, that's what that is. It's a beam. I was wondering what this was for. It's the light beam. Oops, not that way. This way. So you can have a little beam. Oh, that's interesting. You could use your little circle die, your circle, the die cut thing that does a little circle deal. And you could get different little sayings in that. That would be cute. All right. We're not doing that, though. Let's see. What else do we want to stamp in here? How about we do the Your Light Shines Brighter Than You Know? We're going to put that right up there. I like that one. It's very cute. Your Light Shines Brighter. Oops, I started to grab it on the wrong side. Okay. I could use it in gray, but we're going to go with blue. Okay. Very cute. And then you still have plenty of room to write a very short note. This would be a short note, though. Now, it does have another reason I like it. I have a lot of background stamps, but all these are very useful in all cards. Like, not just these kind of cards, they're really useful for just abstract ones. Anyway, the list goes on and on. All right, so we'll just glue that down. Very cute. All right, what's another joke here? Let me look while I'm doing my glue. Did you know that your pupils are the last part to stop working when you die. Your eye pupils, not your students. Although actually that would be a really good teacher joke, because Jeff used to stand at the top. He developed this terrible allergy to dust mites, and we didn't really know what was making him cough all the time. But he would have such terrible coughing fits that the kids would be afraid in his classroom that he was just going to keel over and die. And so he would say, okay, when I'm having a coughing fit, don't worry, as long as I keep coughing, I'll be fine. It's when I fall over and stop moving. You wait till I stop moving. If I fall over and stop moving, then call the office. So it was a big joke and all of that, but it's the truth. So yeah, otherwise they won't call the office. They just will be really happy to not be getting any work done. You know, they definitely will stop working, and your pupils are not those pupils. We're talking about the eyeball, the eye pupils. Okay, so here's the joke again, since I've over-explained it. Did you know your pupils are the last part to stop working when you die? Why is that? And this one you should be able to get. I think I'm going to really like this card. It's cute, but I still haven't found my labels that I had out here. Sheesh. What did you do with them? Okay, so I'm going to have to cut them out afresh. Oh, there they are. Yay, I found them. Oh, sweet. Okay, so we're going to put this one right on top. All right, so we're going to put to keep it level, we're going to just put dimensionals underneath here. Let's see, where are we going to put this? Let's put it down kind of like down here. So I don't want to put any here. We're going to just set them over here. Just a couple of them. And then I'll just glue that other edge. That's going to go right on top of the thing. Okay, the reason that... I don't give away the answer. Okay, the reason your pupils are the last to stop working is because they dilate. Dilate. That's a good one for an ophthalmologist or optometrist or something. It's a good one. Okay, there we go. And now let's do a little sentiment in Starry Sky. Okay. I thought that was a good one. Okay, I'm gonna do. You have to do something skinny. There's sending you love and light, but remember we've got your light shines brighter than you know. I don't want to do that. So much thanks. Yeah, we're going to have to do so much thanks. Since I'm going to use the pumpkin set too, let's look here. But you are such a blessing. Oh, that's a good one. You are such a blessing. Your light shines brighter than you know. That's good. Let's see if you are such a blessing will fit on here. Okay, so let's grab it out. I don't know. It's pretty skinny. It won't fit. You could do just the word blessing on there, but I don't think so. So I guess it's going to have to be so much thanks. And I've got other sentiments. I could probably hunt down something. In fact, a nice little Bible verse would be really cool there, but I'm not going to try to find it. Someone wrote and asked, like a card I made months ago, and wanted to know what the sentiment was that I'd use that was not a Stampin' Up! Sentiment. It's like, oh my goodness. I have no idea. And if it's an old one that's that old of a sentiment, the likelihood that I'm going to be able to find it online is slim. But if you go to thesearemystamps.com, it's called TAMS, TAMS.com. Type in for Stampin' Up! I don't know, maybe they do other ones there. I don't know. I have not used it much, but when you're desperate to find the name of a stamp set that has exactly that particular stamp in it, it's very useful. But doesn't that fit nicely? Perfectly, in fact. So, I just told her to go there, and then I would look later, and I will, but I haven't yet. So I apologize if you're the one waiting for that answer. I don't know, because it's really time consuming for me to even hunt down the project. Because if you ever do want to have any answers about how something's made that I didn't supply a tutorial for, or the name of a stamp when you're not sure if it's a Stampin' Up! One or something I just grabbed off my shelf. The way to get a quick answer from me is to always include a picture of the project. And you can do that just by taking a quick screenshot. If you're on a computer, it's an Alt Control something button, and it'll take usually it's even just a button, and it'll take a screenshot of whatever is showing on your screen at the moment. Even if you have multiple windows open, the top window, it will take that picture, and then you can attach that to the email to me, and then I'll know exactly what project you're talking about. If you don't, on your phone, of course, there's other ways to do it, but it's even easier on your phone. I'm sure you know how to do it on your phone. Otherwise, just Google it, and you'll come up with a YouTube video really quick that shows you how to do that. And now you can take your little clouds, if you want them to be, not sunny clouds, you could put a little gray under there and make it, but we're doing a sunny day type deal. So this one's going to go on the bottom with some glue. So we'll leave them nice and white, fluffy, happy, sunny day type clouds. And then this upper one, I'm going to use my white dimensional to set the side under there. Then you won't notice it so much. If it's black, you might notice it. But anyhow, if you take a picture of it and attach that to your email to me, then I will know exactly what project you're talking about without me having to guess or hunt. Try to figure it out, because oftentimes the description that writers include is not the name of whatever I thought it was. So I sometimes am totally at a loss. Okay, very cute. And you could do some nice little ribbon here. I think that would be nice. Since we don't have this attached, you can still really easily do that. The problem with ribbon is unless unless I'm copying something from someone else, or as in this case, if I'm making it ahead of time, which often doesn't happen. The problem is that I've already attached it, and it's pretty hard to add any ribbon after the fact. But I do happen to have. I hope it's still available. Right now, you never know. But there is for all of our new in colors, there's baker's twine with it. And I have not used my Starry Sky baker's twine yet, I see. I'm not sure where the end is. But I wrote Starry Sky on there, so I know it's actually Starry Sky. I have to write everything down. I don't remember anything. Okay, there we go. They actually made that really easy for me. Okay, I like to double, anytime I use baker's twine, I like to double it up. Don't you love that? It does use a lot. If you're doing it for classes, you really can't. You've got to, most people aren't going to want to pay an extra $5 for a thing of baker's twine, just so that they could double it up. So we'll put our little ribbon on the side. It could be either side. Let's see which side I think is going to look better on. I actually think it'd look better here, but I got so much going on this side that we're going to have to put it on the right. Okay, so got it all doubled up. It's very long to get a nice little bow done here. Let's make it a little longer there, because it is a little more awkward when you've got it doubled up, but not much really. As long as you give yourself plenty to work with, it's not that hard. It's when you try not to give yourself enough, then it's hard to tell, well, where's the end? That's the end that I have looped. Okay, now that I've got that tie done, now we can shorten that up. Shorten that up. Okay, sweet. So much thanks. I know exactly who's going to get this. And I forgot. There's another die here, a couple of them. This one I thought would look really cool here too. It's just a die that is a shape, and I don't know if it's supposed to go on here. I mean, it kind of almost works that way, but not quite. I have no idea what this die is for. I like it like this, like just an extra thing, you know, on my card. I really like the railing. That's nice. I could be wrong. It might not be a railing. I'm not sure if it goes here. It doesn't look like it should go there because this is sticking out. So I'm going to stick it up top there. It's noisy. And then you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see if it'll work. It's very quiet in here. Jeff must be gone still. He was gonna, did I say he was gonna go work out? He was, and he should be back any minute now. Sometimes he works out a lot more than I do. Let's see here. A lot more. All right. There we go. So there's my little railing. I do want that straight. The railing kind of, other things can be crooked, but that railing kind of sort of needs to be straight. Okay, I like it. Let's see if we can sneak this in. I've got a dimensional there, so it's going to go in. Since I have such generous sides, it won't matter, but it probably would have been better if I had stuck this in first before I did all of that. This is sort of like a stepped up version. If you've heard people say stepped up, what they're talking about is just extra layers. There's lots of ways to add layers, and this is just one. Just to keep adding your die cuts that your package probably came with. But you don't all, oh, I got glued there and it looks terrible. Ha! Nasty. Rats. Okay, I have a solution for that if I can get to it quick enough, but where are my little handy wipes? I don't see them. They've disappeared on me. I'm gonna have to just wet the old finger and do that because I gotta get that off quick. Off of the foil mainly. It would dry and it wouldn't be all that noticeable on the card where it was looking white and gross, but actually it's the foil that I care more about. Okay, so there we go. It looks a little odd sticking off there, and it would have looked better, you know, in under, but I don't know, should I trim it? I think I will. I think we'll just take off that edge right there. Might have to get my snips out to do it. Yeah, that's close enough. Yeah, close enough, right? No, it'll drive me nuts. Get out the snips. We'll snip you off. There, now that's better. Of course, my label's all kind of torqued now, but okay. All right, so that is for Lighthouse Point. Little buckle card, little vertical buckle card. This isn't exactly what I had in mind today, but it turned out cute. I like it. It's nice. Don't forget to have your fancy frames dies with it. Use the host code. Tomorrow is free shipping. Tomorrow is free shipping, so you can... I only see my mouth. There I am. All right, free shipping tomorrow. Don't forget it. I've said it several times now, and they always say you have to say it at least 3 times, so I think we're covered. Oh, my pumpkin. I was good. That's why I had it on, had orange on it, as I wanted a pumpkin down here. But you know what? Now that I'm looking at this card, I would have to get a much smaller pumpkin. This one is going to be way too big. See, let's peek on there, and let's see how the pumpkin would look. See, it's like giant. So a pumpkin would have been fine, and I should have used should have got out a smaller pumpkin, but I just didn't think about it. And this, the pretty pumpkins, is that what this is? No, this is Hello Harvest. The Hello Harvest actually has these really nice dies. Oh, I think these were on back ordered for a while, but these are big pumpkins. Has really pretty modeled. I should take you outside and let you see my pumpkins really quick before we go. You're gonna really like this. Let's see if I can switch my camera around. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go out and you can see where, hopefully my internet won't die while I'm taking you out here. Unlock this door. Because the place I went to get pumpkins, oh, it had the most fabulous pumpkins. And there they are. Look at those. Now see, that's what I wanted, was a little pumpkin like that one by the mom there. Anyway, so you guys have a wonderful day. There's our little wonder dog, who's when we showed our daughter, that's the dog that we had gotten. It's the only dog we'll have. She said, yeah, that's about the level of, not responsibility. What did she say? That's about the level of, I don't know, something like that, that you're willing to give a pet. And I thought, well, it's a little harsh, but totally accurate. Have a great week. I will see you, next Monday. I think so. I don't think anything's going on this month. I should be here every Monday because we're kind of done vacationing, able to stay home, relax, and get all my gardening done. Today I'm going to go out on a bike ride. It's going to be really sweet, really nice, very comfortable. And I hope you have a wonderful week and you're healthy too, and enjoy your projects, your crafting projects. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. And like my videos, share them. That is really what helps keep me in business. Thanks a lot. See you later. Bye-bye.